Hey there, this is Amelia here. Welcome to Amelia's crossdressing story. Today we are going to share a story called Trip to Paris Part 12. By Teddy. For more interesting and exclusive stories, please subscribe to my channel and support me at Patreon. Amy looked at Linda, and Linda took 2 ring boxes out of her purse. Linda handed one of the boxes to Amy, and they opened them together. The boxes contained identical engagement rings. They slipped the rings from the boxes onto each other's left ring finger. Then held the rings up for Ronnie and Jamie to look at, and Amy said, "Right here." "When did she ask you?" Ronnie asked. "Just last night." "I love the matching rings. It's so cool." "We thought so too." Jamie asked, "Have you set a date?" "We're not sure yet," Linda said, "but we want both of you to be maids of honor. I know of a church that's very accepting to couples like us, as well as all transgendered people, crossdressers, gays, and lesbians. The biggest problem is a license, with me looking as female as I do. But we'll figure something. There's no way that you can look male anymore." "Is there?" Ronnie asked Linda. "Not with these 38 C's and a voice to match." "You said that you want both of us to be maid of honors?" "Yes, we want both of you." "You're kidding?" "No. We want an all-girl bridal party. I want Jamie as my maid of honor, and Amy wants you. We have 2 other friends that we'll ask to be bridesmaids." Ronnie caught a surprised and puzzled look on Jamie's face with this comment. "If you're sure." "We are. It wouldn't be the same without the 2 of you. And it won't be a big ceremony since both of our families have disowned us. But we have a lot of friends, and the minister at the church told us that most of the members show up for special things without being asked. You know. It's sad that your families have done that," Jamie said. "Yeah. It wasn't pleasant. How would yours feel if they knew about you?" "I don't really know. I've really never heard anyone mention anything one way or the other about gays, lesbians, crossdressers, or whatever. So, I'm not sure how they would feel." The next few months were spent planning a wedding. There would be 2 brides, 2 maids of honor, and 2 bridesmaids. Proper dresses. Flowers. A reception. A professional photographer. Everything a proper wedding demanded, except it would basically be all female, at least outwardly. And it would be a June wedding. The wedding party had gotten together to pick out the dresses. Amy and Linda had already picked out their wedding dresses, at different times, with the help of Ronnie and Jamie. They used Kathy's bridal boutique and had a talk with the owner about the wedding. She didn't have a problem with it being, as far as she knew, a girl-and-girl wedding. She was just happy for the business. They had decided that all the dresses for the bridesmaids should be alike except for color. Amy's bridesmaids' dresses were going to be a light blue, and Linda's a light yellow. They finally settled on a floor-length, strapless dress with a satin bodice and chiffon skirt. The shoes would be 3-inch pumps that matched the dresses. And everyone would also have matching undergarments, thongs, front-fastening long-line strapless bras, high-waist open-bottomed girdles, white nylons, and slips. While the girls were trying on the various dresses, Ronnie noticed that Jamie wasn't too enthusiastic about doing the same. And didn't try on anything until after they had finally chosen the style, and then it was almost behind closed doors. As she would call either Ronnie or Linda into a dressing room to take a look. Dorothy, the owner of Kathy's bridal boutique, promised that the dresses would be ready the week before the wedding. But she wanted everyone to stop in sometime the week before that for a final fitting. And to be wearing the girdle and bra when they came in. All the girls took their undergarments home with them. After they arrived back home, Ronnie asked, "All right. What's going on?" "Huh? The first time we were in Kathy's, you were like a starstruck teenage girl with all the gowns. Today, you were like a shy bird, not wanting to come out of the dressing room. It's not like you." "So, what's going on?" "Nothing." "Wrong, love." "I don't know." "Yes, you do." I just felt uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm fine when I'm just with you, Linda, and Amy. It's taken you guys better than a year getting me to the point where I have just started really feeling comfortable going out, and that's only because I'm with the three of you. I still get butterflies every time I go out dressed. I thought that you were comfortable with this part of you. I am. But only when I'm with you, and then only when we're not the center of attention. I still worry every time we go out that something will happen. Or, I'll slip up and be red. I'm actually very nervous about the wedding and being up in front of a lot of people. If I didn't know that most of them were transgendered, I'd probably back out of this whole thing. By the sound of his voice, Ronnie could tell that Jason was about to cry. She walked up to him and just hugged him. And whispered, "Honey." I had no idea. If you want out of the wedding, I think that Amy and Linda would understand. No. I wouldn't do that to them. They've planned this, and it's very important to them. Besides, their friendship is too important. I'm going through with it. But I don't know how much more. And the tears started. Ronnie just held him until he stopped crying. Jason remained quiet the rest of the day and stayed as Jamie. After supper they were sitting together on the couch and Ronnie said, "Why Jamie all day?" "I don't know. Baby. There's something more going on? Have I done something?" He looked at her with a very sad face and said, "I'm not sure. I really do love being Jamie around you. I feel good when I'm Jamie. I even love being Jamie around Linda and Amy. But I'm just so nervous when we go out. Something just isn't right. Maybe it's just gone too fast for me. I mean, I am a guy, but I do love being a girl. But maybe it goes back to what you said when you first found out that I like to dress in girls' clothes." "What was that?" "Do you remember saying something like, 'I'm willing to explore your thing for girls' clothes?' But at a slow pace." "My pace?" "Yes. I think your pace was faster than mine. I just think it's gone too far, too fast, for me. I did this as much for you as for me. You seem to really love my feminine side, and I wanted to make you happy." Jason could see tears well up in Ronnie's eyes, and he continued, "Please don't cry. You didn't know, and neither did I. I'm so sorry. I had no idea that I was doing this to you. I've hurt you, and that's the last thing I ever wanted to do. What can I do? Just be you. Love me. Let me love you. I'll always love you," and it was her turn to cry. He cuddled her, and they sat there for a long time. Finally she sat back, looked at him, and said, "How about if we put Jamie back in the closet? And you can bring her out only when you want to, and do it your way. I love Jamie, but I love Jason more. He's more important than anything to me." "That may be a good idea. We'll see." But after the wedding, the following day, Ronnie made some phone calls. And at noon, Ronnie, Linda, and Amy met for lunch. And a deep, long talk about Jason and Jamie. That week, Jamie was around a little. But when she was, it was a subdued Jamie. Panty and bra, under jeans, and a t-shirt. Maybe a wig, maybe not. Maybe light makeup, maybe not. The following Saturday, Jason tried on the long-line strapless bra and the open-bottomed girdle. He loved how they firmly hugged his body. He had his breast forms in the bra and liked the look that the bra and girdle gave him until he bent over and the forms fell out. He put them back in, readjusted them, and bent over again. Again, the forms fell out. He found Ronnie, and when she saw him in only the bra, girdle, and nylons, she asked, "What are you up to?" "Just wanted to try on the bra and girdle. And I think I have a problem." "A problem? What?" "The breast forms fall out if I bend over. And I was also wondering, won't they look strange with the gown?" Good point. Let me call Linda." "Hi, Linda." It's Ronnie. I'm fine, but we may have a slight problem with the dresses and Jamie. Well, he tried on the girdle and long line bra, and they fit fine. But it's the breast forms. No. We got them at a thrift store. When he bends over, they fall out of the bra. And he's concerned about how they'll work with the gown. Any ideas? Yeah. You think it'll work? All right. We'll stop by later and try it. Thanks. Love you too. Bye. Well, Jason asked. She thought a different style of breast form could work. Ones that are attached and then makeup applied to conceal the edges. She says there's a lot of drag queens and female impersonators that use them. Attached? How? She didn't say. But I told her we'd stop by later on and try them out. So, why don't you go get Jamie ready and we'll run over to the store? What should I wear? Go comfortable, but wear the long line bra. An hour later, Jamie and Ronnie pulled up in front of the changing scene. Linda was waiting for them, and after the usual hugs, they were off to the makeover room. As they walked into the room, Linda said, "Take off your blouse and bra, and have a seat." Jason removed his clothes and sat in a beauty chair. Linda rolled over a small table that held a number of boxes. She held up a breast form and said, "These are the top of the line forms. They're an asymmetrical shape so that they add a little fullness at the underarms and also go higher up on the chest. And their weight is correct. The edges are feathered so that they blend onto the skin and can be concealed with makeup. Once they're on, we'll put makeup around the edges to hide them and no one should be able to tell." "You think this will work?" Ronnie asked. "I've never heard of any complaints on these. The only thing better is to have a Hollywood makeup artist do it or get implants. And I do have a number of clients that use these. Want to give it a try, Jamie?" "Sure. I guess," Jamie replied. Linda reclined the chair and went to work. Ronnie watched closely as Linda carefully cleaned Jason's chest and made sure it was hair-free. Then Linda chose a form that was as close to Jason's skin color as possible, applied an adhesive to both the form and Jason's chest. She then carefully pressed the form in place and held it there for a short while. Then she did the other form. After she was sure they were firmly attached, she carefully worked additional adhesive under the edges of the forms. She had Jason lay there for a while to be sure the adhesive was set. When Linda was satisfied that the adhesive was dry, she carefully applied makeup around the edges of the forms, blending it so the seam didn't show. Jason really couldn't see much other than 2 mounds on his chest and a smile on Ronnie's face. Then Jason saw Linda pick up a small box and show the contents to Ronnie. Ronnie covered her mouth to stifle a giggle. "What?" Jason asked. "You'll see in a minute," Linda replied. Linda carefully pressed something onto each of the forms. Then she sat Jason up and turned him to face a mirror. Jason's eyes got big. Ronnie was still trying to stifle a giggle, and Linda said, "Like them?" "Yeah. They really look like they're part of me. Kind of feel that way too. And they're heavy. But where did the nipples come from?" "Out of a box, just like your boobs." With that, Ronnie lost it and started to giggle. "What's so funny?" Jason asked. "Nothing," Ronnie said, through her giggles. Jason put the long line bra back on, and the new forms filled the cups and showed more cleavage than his old forms did. The nipples made a noticeable bump in the bra cup. And you couldn't tell where the forms ended and Jason began. Ronnie added, looking sexy girlfriend. Jason first frowned a little and then smiled. "Now, you'll need to wear these, complete with the makeup, for the final fitting." "I can reapply them for that," Linda said. "For the wedding Ronnie will have to do them." "Think you can do it, Ronnie?" "Sure." "Now," Linda said, "this adhesive is strong enough that you can go braless if you want to. If you sleep in them, wear a sleep bra. And the adhesive lasts about a week, then starts to degrade, and the forms can be removed." "A week," Jamie said. "Relax, honey. Or, you use this remover and carefully remove them at any time. When you do take them off, the makeup around the edges will have to be removed first, and then the adhesive with the remover. Linda handed Ronnie a couple of bottles. And, be sure to place them back in the box, it will help protect the forms. On the day that Jason and Ronnie were going for their final fittings, they stopped by to see Linda, and she applied the breast forms. Linda had also figured on doing Jason's makeup, but was impressed as to how he looked, and said, "You look good." "Did Ronnie help you?" "No. He did it all by himself," Ronnie said. "I'm impressed." "Thanks," Jason said, "you've been a great help, and have taught us both a lot." As they were getting ready to leave the store, Linda got Ronnie aside, and asked, "He seems really at ease right now. He's been really up and down. But, he's gotten himself to the point where the wedding is no longer bothering him. I think he'll be fine with it. I just have to figure out how to tell him the other stuff. I'm glad it's you telling him, and not me." The three girls drove together to Kathy's bridal boutique, and were met there by Amy. The two other girls had been in at various times for their fittings, and Ronnie and Jason were the last ones. The fittings went well, and everyone was happy with the look of the dresses, and the fit. And, Jason's new breast forms looked good with the gown, just like real breasts. After the girls had changed back into their street clothes, Dorothy, the owner of Kathy's, approached Ronnie, and asked, "Have you ever done any modeling?" "No. But, my mother did for a while." "You are tall and very pretty. And, so is your quiet friend. How tall are you too?" "We're both about 5'10" in our stocking feet. We do a big bridal show every year and like to use local girls who aren't professional models. I'm always looking for fresh faces. But, if either of you would like to try it, just let me know sometime in the near future." "Thank you. I'll see what Jamie thinks. She's shy, so I don't know." That's all for now. See you in the next video. For more interesting stories, please subscribe to our channel, and for exclusive content, please join us on Patreon. Link in the comment.